Right now at 6, a search for answers in a small town after an argument leads to a deadly shootout.
You live in a big city, stuff like this happens. You live out in the country, it happens here too.
Plus, President Trump's tariffs on Canada and Mexico put on hold for now. And across the country today, people rally, imagining a day without immigrants as fears grow around mass deportations.
They're our friends, they're our family, they're our neighbors, and they contribute to our lives.
Then, a special delivery at the Oregon Zoo, welcoming the first elephant to be born in over a decade.
It's amazing. So this is a great gift for us, great gift for the herd, and obviously for the community.
Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Christine Pitawanich. We begin in Columbia County, where what started as an argument ended in a shootout that left 2 people dead and 3 others hurt. Kyle Leboshi was at the scene this weekend and joins us from the newsroom with an update. Kyle.
The shooting occurred at a home about 5 miles from Claskenai in a very rural area. Today, investigators released the names of those involved and confirmed at least 2 of them are cousins. Investigators say a shootout at this home near Claskenai followed some type of argument. 2 people died and 3 others were injured. The call came into Columbia County dispatchers about 1:25 Saturday afternoon.
Multiple deputies and officers and state police are responding.
There was a report of a shooting on Elmari Road, roughly 5 miles from Claskenai.
We've got a couple of very hysterical callers.
According to police, 32-year-old Anthony Hansen pulled a gun following some type of dispute, then shot 4 people in the house. One of the 4, Ryan Thies, fired back, killing Hansen, who police say is his cousin. Thies was taken by Lifelight to the hospital. The 21-year-old is in critical condition. Also injured, 25-year-old Patrick McKenzie and 28-year-old Renato Pascol. 28-year-old Molly Cassidy died in the shooting. Locals say this area is quiet, a remote part of Columbia County.
You know, everybody's got a gun, but we don't feel like we're in danger. We're out here, just worried about our own protection.
In a statement, the Columbia County Sheriff said, "We are conducting a thorough review of all evidence, including witness statements, to determine the circumstances surrounding this tragic situation. So far, no arrests have been made." At this point, we don't know what that dispute was all about. Again, police do confirm the 2 men who exchanged gunfire were cousins.
Kyle Leboshi reporting from the newsroom. Thank you for the update, Kyle. In your headlines, the U.S. Department of Education plans to investigate 5 universities, including Portland State, for alleged anti-Semitism on campus. This after President Trump's executive order for more measures to fight anti-Semitism following Hamas's attack on Israel back in 2023. Pro-Palestinian protesters, most of whom were not PSU students, took over the campus library last April, you may recall. They vandalized the building with anti-Israel statements, and multiple people were arrested. The other universities under investigation are Columbia, Northwestern, Cal Berkeley, and the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. In a statement, PSU leaders said the university, quote, is dedicated to upholding a safe, inclusive, and respectful community for all community members. They say we take these concerns seriously, and added the investigation does not appear to be based on any specific complaint. And union members in 2 of the 11 bargaining units involved in the ongoing Providence healthcare workers strike began voting today on whether to ratify a new contract. But these 2 units only make up about 80 total caregivers at Providence Women's Clinic. There are still 9 other units currently in federal mediation. So in other words, more than 4,000 other Providence workers remain on strike. They started picketing January 10th, more than 3 full weeks ago. And people from the Oregon coast to the beach woke up to a wintry scene. This is what Astoria looked like this morning. Schools were delayed 2 hours, again, from the Coast Range to the beach. Snow was also seen in Seaside and Cannon Beach, and several inches fell at higher elevations. Meantime, much of western Washington also woke up to snow on the ground. Nearly 9 inches fell in the Bellingham area, with more than 3 inches in Olympia and less than a couple inches in Tacoma and the Seattle metro area. Snow in some low-lying areas started melting off earlier today. Matt?
All right, Christine, if you're wondering why they got so lucky, especially the Oregon coast, The showers are just more intense when they came on shore. Their intense showers can actually lower the snow level as they bring cold air down all the way to sea level. Sea level right now, though, looking pretty good. It's chilly out there. You see the clouds are broken up from our Lincoln City Skycam. 38 degrees there. We're 39 downtown, and there's a mix of rain and snow showers moving over the metro area right now, but temperatures no colder than Forest Grove at 35, but everybody else more like 38 to 40 degrees in the metro area. Colder up at Happy Valley, but they're up at 1,000 feet. Down in Salem, it's still 41, 36 in Hood River on the hour. So let's look at how this is going to go. This is Doppler radar right now. You can see the shower coming off the West Hills through Portland. It's rain downtown, but there's a rain-snow mix, even just snow up in the West Hills. I was looking outside the window here at KGW. It looked like a little bit of snow or a rain-snow mix falling as well, but we're 39 degrees, so nothing will be sticking here. And when we zoom out, you can see there are a few more showers there, but nothing major in the precipitation category coming our way. Now, if we look at the modeling through tomorrow night, nothing going on until maybe Wednesday. We end up with a ½ inch of snow, a little bit less there, according to that particular model. So valley rain and snow showers continue all week. We'll stay in this cold pattern. Little uptick in snow showers on Wednesday. We'll be watching that carefully, Christine.
Appreciate you keeping us updated on all this. Thank you, Matt. President Trump and the leaders of Canada and Mexico say tariffs that were set to take effect tomorrow will now be paused for 1 month. The president says that's in exchange for ramped up security at both borders. This comes days after announcing a 25% tariff on imports from Canada and Mexico. Negotiations are expected to continue. New tariffs on goods from China are still set to go into effect tomorrow, but those tariffs are 10% rather than 25%. Our Libby Dowsett went to find out what people who are struggling to get by can do if they're worried about the tariffs increasing energy costs. Libby.
Christine, there was an increase in calls at the Oregon Energy Fund today, with customers asking what are they supposed to do with these high power bills, and now they're worried about tariffs on top of that. Now, the Oregon Energy Fund is a nonprofit group that helps consumers pay their power bills. Oil and natural gas are some of Oregon's top imports from Canada, so retaliatory tariffs imposed by Canada would most likely mean costs trickling down to customers.
You're talking about low income, you're talking about fixed income people who aren't ready to absorb 10 to 25% price increases to begin with. They have no time to plan for this, so it's going to hurt.
The Oregon Energy Fund says the first step for those worried about paying their bills is reaching out to their own utility company to enroll in a discount program. The Public Utility Commission has agreed to new regulations that prohibit the PUC from cutting off power to any customers who are enrolled in a low-income utility assistance program, and that moratorium goes until April 1st. Now, there are other things that we import from Canada. Fertilizers, wood, iron, and steel are just a few of them, and they will all go up in price if these tariffs happen. Christine?
Yeah, the trickle down remains to be seen. Thank you for your reporting, Libby. Washington Attorney General Nick Brown says any federal employees who received a buyout offer from the Trump administration should reject it. Brown is one of a dozen attorneys general who put out statements today calling the deferred resignation program, quote, misleading. The email from the Office of Personnel Management went out to millions of federal workers, saying they would be paid through September 30th if they resign by this Thursday, February 6th. And those who don't resign won't have job security. AG Brown said there's no guarantee people who do resign will get the benefits. Several federal employee unions are also urging their members to reject the offer. And late this afternoon, we learned President Donald Trump is nominating Joe Kent to be the director of the National Counterterrorism Center. Kent is a former Green Beret and ran twice for Congress in Southwest Washington. He lost to Marie Gluesenkamp Perez. Trump made the announcement about Kent on Truth Social, calling Kent a, quote, great American hero who will keep America safe.
Viva mi gente! Viva la raza!
A large group gathered for a rally in Gresham supporting immigrants and the Latino community. It's part of a nationwide protest called A Day Without Immigrants. Devin Haskins is live in Gresham with the details. And Devin, the group really has grown throughout the day.
Yeah, Christine, it has. This group's been out here since 1 o'clock, being very loud and proud about their heritage. Take a look behind me. This group here at the corner of 181st and Stark, waving flags and cars honking in support of the message to show the power and impact immigrants have in our communities and what that impact will be. At 181st and Southeast Stark, what started as a small crowd on the corners grew by the minute. The group rallying around immigrants and the Latino community.
You know, we're part of this community.
Gilberto Silva organized this event.
We're here to stand up for the working community that are being mislabeled completely.
This comes as President Donald Trump promises to crack down on immigration during his second term, much like he did during his first.
We're already hearing from community members saying that they're afraid to go to school. This is one of the reasons that we thought this day would be so important, that we would highlight the fears that people are feeling right now.
Rana Lopez is the executive director of PICUN, a union representing Oregon's farm workers. Monday's protest is called A Day Without Immigrants, encouraging immigrants to not go to work, school, or shop.
It's just a powerful reminder that immigrants play a really essential role in our state, in our nation. In fact, 1 in 10 Oregonians is an immigrant, and they're our friends, they're our family, they're our neighbors, and they contribute to our lives.
Horacio Hernandez owns Barreria La Plaza. He closed both his restaurant locations today to show support, one of several businesses to do that.
I just hope that the unification of everyone committing to this sends a message to whoever needs to hear it, and hopefully it brings peace in times right now where there is a lot of fear.
And back at the intersection in Gresham, the waving flags and honking cars trying to make sure their voices are heard.
Let everybody know that you don't have to hide. You don't have to be anywhere. We're not going to be discriminated to be in public.
And that was Devin Haskins reporting. So rallies like that one were held in several large cities throughout the country. Coming up,